Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be working on day 248 in our Encourage a Moment to Breathe 365-day devotional. Today it's all about perspective by Rachel Ann Rodriguez. Our verse today is actually Isaiah 55:12, and it says, "You will indeed go out with joy and be peacefully guided. The mountains and the hills will break into singing before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands." But when I turned to that page, it was already full. So I have decided, after I did a Google search on perspective, that I'm going to be doing Psalms 36, verses 5 through 9. And that says, "Your love, Lord, reaches to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. Your righteousness is like the highest mountains, your justice like the great deep. You, Lord, perceive both people and animals. How priceless is your unfailing love, O God. People take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house. You give them drink from your river of delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see light." So that's what I picked to do my verse today. And I'm just outlining it here with my pen so that I will remember not to paint over the top of it. And after I do that, I've decided to go with our story today, which I'll read here in a second, to do a birch tree. So I went ahead and Googled what a birch tree looks like, and I pulled it up on my phone, and I'm just going to use some acrylic paints to draw or paint a birch tree on there. So I went ahead also, and I did gesso my page with 2 coats of clear gesso so that I wouldn't have to worry about bleed through to the other side or anything like that. But I'm not going to show that part this time. I did it before I turned the camera on so that it would be already done up. I did it even before I put my lines on there. So the box there is going to hopefully help me not paint over the top of my verse, which I do anyway. But since I gessoed it, I can just go in with a little bit of water and get it wet and then just remove it right off there. So today for my painting, I'm going to be using acrylic paints, and I just picked up a cheap set of Rowney over at Walmart. They come in like a 36 pack. I picked them up over there for like $19. But I went ahead and I picked out some fall colors. So I'm going to use white, black, violet, brown, yellow ochre, brilliant red, orange, deep yellow, and medium yellow. And I just put a little bit on each one of my, on my palette or on my little plastic Illustrated Faith Bible mat there. And what I'm doing here is I want my tree to be a light gray color, so I'm just kind of mixing up a little bit there so that I can make the outline for my tree and be able to see it. Because if I put it on the page, I want to be able to, the tree to really stand out. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some more white, and we'll just start doodling it onto our page over there. I'm going to freehand my tree on there and put some leaves and stuff on there. And I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple today. So just a little bit of painting and just spending some time in quiet with the Lord today. So nothing too drastic going on with there. So let's go ahead and read our story. A few years ago, I was absolutely enchanted with the aspen forest in Colorado, displaying their glorious fall foliage on the mountainsides. Each turn of the road revealed new vistas of trees in blazing colors, as if they were on fire. I couldn't wait to get out of the car and experience it from underneath the incredible leaves. The floor of the forest was so much more open than I expected. From the road, a far-off vantage point, this same forest looked massive and formidable. I couldn't see the individual trees, just a bright wash of color. But up close, I could see how each aspen had its own space, its own unique patterned trunk, and high above, their branches touched and interlocked to create a shimmering cathedral ceiling. While standing there, I was reminded how in life, a vantage point makes all the difference. As they say, it's easy to miss the forest for the leaves. I took a deep breath of the crisp air and thought of the times I'd been so focused on the obstacles I faced that I missed the grace God was providing for me to get through them. I'm forever thinking tasks are so big, so intimidating, that I don't see the small, simple things I can do to accomplish them. Forests, trees. So often I'm blinded by one for the other. Perhaps you're facing something that seems just too big to handle, and you can't make any sense of it. You can see the forest in front of you, but not the trees it will take to make it through. Let's step back for a moment and ask God to help us see beyond it in order to focus on the work He is doing. Changing our vantage point will give us new perspective and will lighten the burden we're carrying because we'll be able to see a bigger picture. Our moment to breathe today says, whatever situation you find yourself in today, ask God to show you His different perspective. Trust Him to give you a grand view of what He's creating in and through you. So I hope you enjoyed today's story. I really did. I really loved the perspective and the thought of the trees and all of that. I can totally visualize what she was looking at and what she was doing during her story. But I did realize after I read it just now that I Googled the wrong tree. It's supposed to be an aspen tree instead of a birch tree, but that's okay. I wanted it to be a tree of some sort with the beautiful fall colors to match the story, so I'd remember later on when I come back what story I was reading when I like to look back through my Bible. So anyway, I hope you had fun doing Bible journaling today. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. I hope that you are having a fabulous week, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.